Good morning, y'all. So, last night, let me quickly review last night. Good win by Tank. B plus performance, somewhere in there. And Tank do what Tank do, you know what I mean? And but here's what I have a question about. And by the way, I'm about to go on a run. So all y'all New Year's resolution goals, make sure y'all still getting it in. It's only the 8th. As his team is constructed right now, can he get to the finish line? He has a 2-day trial coming up in February. Ryan Garcia supposedly in April 15th, but we're going to take everything at his word. Does he have the discipline to get across the finish line? Can't trust his baby mother. And I'm saying this out of concern. And you guys know I'm very literal, very absolute, black and white. You know what I mean? I just believe in logistics, you know? And can he get to the finish line? Does he have the discipline to get to the finish line? Again, 2-day trial in February. 2-day trial in February. Ryan Garcia in April. He doesn't respect his corner, because if he respected his corner and his team that's assembled around him, he would be disciplined enough so he can pay them so they can take care of their family. And how I know that is the reason why my discipline is so high, because I'm responsible for, let's just say, a few families, you know what I mean, in Los Angeles. And I can't afford to get sick, because if I get sick, it hurts someone else's table. And that's the discipline you got to have as a man, to know that your actions affects other people in the butterfly effect. And the biggest thing I want to say is, too, do Stephen Espinoza and Al Heyman have enough influence over Tank? I don't believe they do. But do they have enough influence over Tank to convince him to be a man? And he's earned this position. And, you know, you get what you deserve. You get what you earn, you know what I mean? And he's earned to put himself in this position, so he deserves to get that handsome ransom. But I have my reservations. And you say, Fred, how do you have these reservations? I was a school teacher, and I had kids in my class just like Tank. Award-winning Teacher of the Year. I have a day after me in Duarte, California, Mount Olive Continuation High School. And I know both ends of the stick, you know what I mean? And I root for these kids, but I'm not a I'm not a fanboy. I don't need them to breathe, you know, and I don't need them to keep my platform alive. I just want them to win. I want them to have a level of integrity. I want them to have discipline, and I want them to be a positive man in the society that we live in for all men. And that's my rubric, and I've stood on that since y'all have known me on boxing. I've never claimed to be the street dude. I've always been the corny, straightforward, intelligent man. And can Tank cross this finish line? That's the biggest problem. And I don't believe Al Heyman and Stephen Espinoza have the influence to do it. I think I think Tank needs a new corner or add to it. I think the people around him are just go-forers. And the reason why I say that is because when I look around him, and this is just a common sense approach. I'm not a scientist or a doctor or a lawyer. Everyone around him is out of shape, except Coach Calvin. But as you can see in the corner, he doesn't respect Coach Calvin. He's looking for someone in the crowd and ignoring him, spitting on the thing. But everyone around him is fat. And you say, why is that important? Because they lack discipline. Do you understand what I'm saying? I see no one speaking for Tank in the media. I see no one speaking eloquently, sounding like Brian Custard or a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? But I root for Tank at the end of the day. But I'm not a fanboy. I don't give a fuck if you're my mother, Deontay Wilder, Earl Spence, Tank Davis. Integrity and discipline has no color lines. And can Tank cross this finish line? Can Tank get the April 16th? That's my, everybody tag Tank. Can Tank get the April 16th? That's my hashtag. I don't know. I'm not a judge. I won't be on the jury because, and I'll leave y'all with this. He got mad at everyone for not believing his side of the story when he had 2 cases against women. You got to prove your innocence when you have 2 cases against a woman. And he said, I'm going to slap everyone that didn't believe me. So that's how you respond to pressure. You know what I mean? His team should know how Tank responds, so they should have spoken to him in his ear. And if they did talk to him, that means he doesn't respect them. So here we go, man. So y'all have a great Sunday. Tank, you look good. Ryan Garcia, he's still the favorite against Ryan Garcia. I've never seen a full Ryan Garcia fight. I've only seen him in highlights. But Ryan Garcia doesn't have the head movement, and his chin is in the air. He can't change that in one camp. His chin is in the air. He leans back. He doesn't have the boxing disciplines to stay away from Tank left hand. But also, Tank can get caught lunging in. You know, Mexicans are notorious for left hooks down bottom and up top. So we'll see. But that Ryan Garcia and Tank have earned it. They've promoted this fight. I think it's a stadium fight. I think it's a 40,000. I think Tank brings 20,000. And if it's in Vegas, I think Ryan brings 20,000. And those Mexican flags going to be waving. And hopefully we have enough integrity to root for Tank, bet on Tank, have a great time, take our fiancés, take our girlfriends, take our sons, take our daughters, and have a great weekend out in Vegas, man. So, but anyways, man, I appreciate y'all. And make sure health is wealth. Everyone get their workout in today. I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace.